Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Danganronpa V3. Today, we're restarting the trial. Well, not restarting, but...
Now then.
Going back from intermission on the trial? Phew, it seems like the voting is finished. Now then, let's see the results. Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Who will make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
The hell you saying?
Wait a second. What results? Voting time hasn't happened yet. Yes, it has. Don't you remember Mona? It's not Monosuke, right? It's like Sasuke, but, or like Yusuke, so it's like Monosuke? Monosuke? I guess? No, it hasn't. You're the one who doesn't remember Monotora.
Uh-oh.
Man, you're right. Silly me, I'm so forgetful.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't expect you all to get so worked up over such a small lie. You kids are pretty gullible, huh?
Now then.
Well, anyway, let's just skip this trial and jump ahead to chapter 3.
The hell you saying?
Wait a second. We don't know who the culprit is yet. Yeah, who killed Rantaro? That was chapter 1 case. How can you be this forgetful? Dots. Well, that was, I guess, worth it. Resume class trial.
Another shocking truth revealed.
Back to square one.
Square one? If square one, they wouldn't have got eaten by the competition.
What does that even mean? I know what you're trying to say about the whole square one, like square one this. What about eaten by the competition? What does that mean?
After that terrible movie, they had no other choice.
What?
Wow.
Oh,
What
you
does
mean
that mean?
is that a Spirits Within reference? Like Square Enix, how they pretty much bombed because of the Spirit Within, they came back.
It means he doesn't want to get involved in another pointless argument, like this one.
Sure, okay.
We shouldn't listen to anything Maki says. She's just gonna throw out more lies.
But
Maybe.
if we don't ask her for more details, how will we know for sure?
I told you already, we don't need to. I hate liars. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Well, it's good to know that you hate yourself.
More one to talk.
I know, right?
Maki, just ignore that lying little degenerate. We'll listen to what you have to say.
It must have been a little after midnight last night. He visited me at my research lab. He wanted me to show him the motive video that I received.
So wait, did you just sleep at your research lab? I thought you couldn't sleep. That might be Danganronpa 2. No, that's not Danganronpa 2 at all. Maybe that's just the rule I made up in my head.
Motive video?
If Ryoma came to ask about that, does that mean you had his motive video?
As I recall, Ryoma had Maki's motive video, correct? Does this mean you and Ryoma received one another's motive video? Maybe. I actually didn't check the one I got, so I wouldn't know.
Maki admitted earlier that she hadn't checked her Cubs pad.
Then why did Ryoma think that Maki had his motive video?
That's a good question.
If he went around asking at random, he might have asked some people besides Maki.
Process of elimination, sure.
He never asked me. He probably never asked you guys either, right?
Then, who was it that told Ryoma about his Cubs pad?
Oh, it must have been Kokichi because he had all the Cubs pads, right? You.
It's you!
That would be Kokichi.
Also pretty sure I called him Kikochi last episode at some point. Cubs pads! Gotta catch them all! I even got the pads belonging to the people who aren't here. Now everyone can watch the motive video.
So, you saw the motive videos. Did you tell Ryoma that Maki had his?
Dots.
When males get this quiet, they're either caught in a lie or thinking dirty thoughts.
What happened then,
Maybe?
Maki? After Ryoma asked you for his motive video.
told Ryoma just to take it from my room. I keep my room unlocked.
Why?
Well, Maki, that's super careless. Aren't you scared someone might kill you in your sleep?
Dots.
And then what happened?
I don't know what happened after that. I'm not even sure if he saw his motive video. When he asked me, he said that he would show me my motive video in return. But I wasn't interested, so I declined. And that's pretty much it.
So you don't even know if Ryoma saw his motive video? What a bunch of crap.
I wonder what his motive video would be.
If Maki met with Ryoma at nighttime, that proves he was still alive then. Which means, even though we don't have alibis from 8 to 10, Maki and me aren't suspects.
If that story is true.
Yes.
It's true.
Then why did you wait until now to bring that up?
I didn't say anything until now because I wasn't in the mood to be suspected.
Okay.
Suspected? What for?
Kirumi said it earlier. It seems that Ryoma and I had each other's motive videos. And that's pretty fishy, right? So I didn't want to mention it to avoid suspicion.
Okay.
You didn't say anything because you weren't in the mood?
It is quite selfish to keep this information hidden because you were not in the mood.
Well, whatever. Either way, let's just believe Maki.
Kaido. You know what? Whatever, dog. You do you.
Yes, yes! Those who believe shall be saved!
You know we need evidence, right?
No, we need to wait. There is still more to confirm. Well then, why don't we ask Kokichi?
Huh? What now?
You never answered my question. Were you the one who told Ryoma that Maki had his motive video?
See, this would be evidence. This is why we ask questions.
Is that really important?
Yes, it is important. Because if Kokichi told Ryoma, it becomes more likely that Ryoma visited Maki during nighttime.
I see. Kokichi's response may help corroborate Maki's testimony.
Now you understand why I don't want your charade. I want the truth.
Well, Kokichi, did you tell Ryoma?
You said it earlier. I don't want to die, right? If you really don't want to die, then you better tell us the truth.
Here comes the dramatic turnabout. Now I'm the one pressured by Maki. Okay, it's true. I told Ryoma.
Just as I thought.
But that's not a bad thing, right? He wanted to know, so I told him.
Okay.
Have you seen everyone's motive video?
No, not yet. I was gonna wait until we hosted like a movie screening party. I just checked who had whose so I could give them back to everyone after.
I see.
Anyway, if Kokichi told
So wait.
Ryoma that, then he must have gone to see Maki.
I thought the Cubs mixed up the video pad drop-off ones. Like, they weren't assigned. Like, we got Kaido's, yeah. I thought they just gave us Kaido's pad. I didn't think, like, they gave us a pad that was designated for Shuichi, but the movie inside was messed up. I thought it was just... I just thought that the pads were wrong. And I kind of thought the Cubs were going to bring the pads back to the right places after the meet and greet. And that was going to be, like, what happened. I'm actually kind of confused now of what's going on.
That means Maki's telling the truth. Ryoma was alive during nighttime.
I mean, it increases the viability of her alibi, yes.
No, we cannot be too sure about that yet.
That's also true, though. There's still a chance.
Even if Ryoma and Maki did meet, it does not mean it was during nighttime yesterday. So you still suspect me? I am saying it could still be a possibility. If there is still a small chance of you being the culprit, then I cannot trust you entirely.
I mean, that's fair.
Because everyone's lives are at stake.
Then which is it? A lie or not lie? She's not lying. Can't you tell just by looking at her?
No. Well, maybe. She got that little puffy cheek, like, kind of adorable look, to be quite honest. But at the same time, she does that from time to time. But normally she's just kind of stone-faced.
If it was that easy, we'd be done by now. No, this is a world of lies and betrayal.
Yes.
Himiko! It breaks my heart to hear you say depressing things.
I find Maki's testimony suspicious. It's far too convenient for her.
This is difficult to determine.
Maki is lying. Like I said before, a liar like me knows their own kind.
I'm not lying. I did meet up with Ryoma during nighttime.
Are we gonna have one of those, like, argument things?
I'm telling the truth.
Dots. Is it a lie or the truth? This is the turning point. This will change the fate of the case. And I said I would believe in Kaido for some goddamn reason, and that means believing in Maki. And that means I have to do it. I need us all on the same page. I have to change where this argument is going, just like Hayate did. Oh. We're lying? We're lying then. This reminds me of Xenogears. This song.
What a load of crap!
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
No. Well, me, maybe?
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one can prove that this meeting took place, then there is no reason to believe your testimony, I'm afraid.
As expected, Maki is lying to us. If you can't prove your claim, then it's the same as an outright lie!
Okay. I can't say the two of them met now. That's an obvious lie. So if I can convince them that Maki met up with someone...
I met with Ryoma the previous night.
What a load of crap!
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Maybe in a second. Let me... Is that where I'm gonna
Surely they
shoot?
would have come forward already.
If no one can prove that this meeting took place, then there is no reason to believe your testimony, I'm afraid.
As expected, Maki is lying to us. If you can't prove your claim, then it's the same as an outright lie!
So it's either Maki alone or Insect's meet and greet, right? Maybe? Maybe?
I met with Ryoma the previous night.
What a load of crap!
Let's try this
Maki
one.
only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two?
Oh shit, that's not the button I wanted. No, okay. No, sorry, no, shut up. Let's try,
I met with Ryoma the previous night.
No, but that's too
What a
obvious.
load of crap!
Maki
But
only
we'll
see
try it
Ryoma at
anyways.
night?
It also could be the other one.
Did anyone see?
Okay,
I'll reveal the truth.
perjury.
I might not be able to prove they met, but I can prove Maki wasn't alone.
Oh? Please explain.
Yeah, please do.
Well, Kaito and I train together every night. And yesterday, because of the insect meet and greet, we started late.
Hey, Kaido, go along with this thing, dog.
Huh?
Shut up, Kaido!
Ah, Kaito, don't worry. You don't have to say anything. Anyway, we were doing some frog squats on the school stairs when we heard two people talking.
People talking?
We knew one of them was Maki, but we couldn't pick out the other one.
Really? That's your lie? The guy who talks like this. Out of everyone here, you're not gonna be able to tell who that is, huh?
But now that I think about it, it must have been Ryoma.
Because of his voice.
What?
Yeah, maybe. That was probably around midnight.
Wow, Kaido, you're an awful liar.
Wait a minute! If you heard their voices, then that means...
So Ryoma and Maki did meet up.
Or Maki was working on her comedy act where she uses a puppet that looks like Ryoma.
No, hold up! Why'd you sit on that info for so long?
I don't know.
Because until just now, I didn't think it was relevant.
And I'm a lying piece of shit.
I had no reason to bring it up.
Now, we don't know if Maki was really talking to Ryoma, right?
That's true. I didn't specify, and I don't know how I would not be able to tell Ryoma was talking, so obviously this is a lie.
That is true. If I knew for certain, I would have said so sooner. But considering the circumstances, I can't imagine it being anyone but Ryoma. None of us were talking to Maki last night, correct? So it must have been him.
And nobody say you suddenly remember talking to Maki. It's way too late for that.
And you two did not confirm who Maki was talking to at the time?
Why would we? We were doing squats.
If I overheard a
Gotta work on
conversation
our
in the middle of the night, I'm sure you would
gluteus maximus here.
We are still part of a killing game after all.
Whoa, chill out. Why the scary face?
I mean, she has a point.
That was my bad, but it's not really manly to eavesdrop, you know?
I guess. What?
I wouldn't do something so uncool.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, whatever, sure.
Anyway, I know that we heard those voices. Maki is not lying.
Then Gonta will believe friends.
You'll believe anything,
You're
dog.
gonna believe him? Just like that?
I have your underwear, so you should believe me too.
But Shuichi has no reason to lie.
You'd think that, right?
Yes. If his lie leads us to the wrong culprit, he will join us in eternal sleep.
That's a good point.
Unless he wishes for death, we should be able to believe him.
We shouldn't probably tell him about the whole flashbacks we're getting where we're saying we want to die.
That's right. You can believe me.
Yeah, you're right. I'll believe him too. Belief shall set you free.
Or restrict you, one or the other.
I'd be so surprised if Shuichi was a liar. Especially after we believed him for so long. We wouldn't be able to trust anyone anymore. Well, it's not like he's lying anyway.
I mean, he's right.
All right, that proves it then. Ryoma was still alive during nighttime. In other words, me and Maki aren't suspects anymore.
But I guess that means everyone's alibis no longer matter, yes?
This is true.
So, everyone is culprit again?
Everyone's a murderer?
So, we're right back where we started. What a pain.
Yeah?
However, it should be clear now that the crime occurred after nighttime began.
But then when was Ryoma's body placed inside the piranha tank?
Well, the gym is locked at nighttime, so it must have been the next morning, but...
That's not possible. Himiko and I were at the gym, remember?
Okay.
So did we fuck up by thinking the body got stuffed into the piranha tank?
I don't think so. We have evidence to prove that's what happened.
Then when did the culprit throw the body into the piranha tank?
When did Ryoma's body get placed in the piranha tank? Maki was with Ryoma around midnight, so it couldn't have been before midnight. And if it couldn't have been the morning after, that leaves...
The only time they could have done it was during nighttime, huh?
Did you forget the gym's not open at nighttime, dick cheese?
That's disgusting.
Dick cheese?
Yeah, shower more often, Kaido. What the hell?
But that's the only possibility, because by morning we were already at the gym.
It may be possible they slipped by without you noticing.
No one can slip by me. I'm known far and wide as the snoozing sorceress.
Wouldn't that make... You know what, Himiko? Let's just pretend I'm giving you like a head pat right now and saying, good job.
What a terrible title for a guard.
Yeah, no kidding.
Are you positive that you did not see it? You cannot enter the gym at nighttime.
The window!
Himiko would have
To
seen
the
it.
wall!
She might strike out, but she always keeps her eye on the ball.
Fuck, that's accurate, I guess, yeah.
I don't even play baseball.
Yeah, that's That's noticeable, yeah.
But we can't disobey school rules, right? The body was probably moved in the morning.
Calm down, everyone. Gonta sure if we discuss disagreement.
I see through your arguments.
Okay.
Disagreement? What? A disagreement?
Oh, okay. So this is the
Split
argument
down the
point
middle
then.
Again? Then the Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds. Yippee! We've been waiting for this.
Sure.
Jeez, we gotta do that whole crazy thing again?
Seems like our opinions are split on this matter. But if we focus on the evidence, the facts will become clear. All I have to do is show them and make them accept. I'll make them believe me. If I can't get them to see the truth now, my lie would have been for nothing. I won't fail. And that's a key, yeah. Wait. No, they wouldn't have. Okay, no. For a second there, I thought it was Mono Kid was back on the platform. I was like, there's no way they would have messed that up. When? What? Next morning during nighttime.
Did the culprit move the body just before the morning announcement?
Is it
off,
not possible
no.
you simply missed the culprit? Himiko!
We were right in front of the door. There's no way we could have missed them.
Remember,
Okay.
the rules state that you can't enter the gym at night.
Kaito. Rules probably don't apply to corpses, you know.
No, they don't.
The piranha tank is too far from the gym's entrance.
I got this! You might be able to reach the tank from the window above the stage.
Yeah.
But pool next to gym also off limits at
Maki!
So I probably should have let you stop.
Off limits, not the pool area itself.
Oh, that's a good
Should we
point.
trust Maki's testimony in the first place?
Tenko!
It's okay, because we have Shuichi's testimony too.
And he's not a fucking liar. I mean, he is, but
Did the culprit move the body just before the morning announcement?
yeah, I know. I messed up. It's fine.
Did the culprit move the body just before the morning announcement?
There we go.
I was in front of the gym with the others.
So now we should be fine.
Is it not
We
possible
missed.
you simply...
Himiko!
And then rules, tank, off-limit testimony.
No
All right.
way we could have missed them.
Remember, the rules state that you
Kaito!
Rules probably
Thankfully, they
don't
clear
apply
those
to
up
corpses,
after.
you know.
And also,
The
it seems
piranha
very
tank
easy
is
now
too
that
far from
I
the
actually
gym.
look at it.
You might be able to reach the
So
tank
I probably
from the
shouldn't have
window
messed up
above
to
the
begin with.
stage.
but pool
Maki!
Entering the pool at night's
Gonta's just like, why do you interrupt me constantly?
But should we
Tenko!
It's okay, because we have Shuichi's testimony too.
Oh, B. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, Y. Y. X. Excuse me? B. For some reason, I thought it just went. So I was looking down at my stopwatch.
It's true that you cannot enter the gym at nighttime, but a corpse could. I am positive that the window was how the culprit moved the body.
That makes sense. That's why I was there.
That window's higher than the piranha tank, and it's pretty close by. Curtains might have been closed, but the window was open the whole investigation.
That means it was certainly possible to put the body in the piranha tank from the window.
However, I'm also positive the pane dividing the piranha tank was set up beforehand.
That certainly couldn't be tossed in. It would need to be placed carefully.
That makes sense, yeah.
Even if the culprit were to throw the body from outside the window, the window is far too high. It cannot be reached from the floor.
Oh, come on. Just gotta put your back into it.
Ryoma was small. Gonta could have chucked him easy.
Gonta, you're the murderer?
Yes, but Gonta wouldn't do that. Gentlemen not chuck dead bodies.
I mean, fair enough.
Being a gentleman has nothing to do with it.
No, but he's Tenko. He's dumb. He would have confessed. Just don't worry about it.
I know. They used the ladder in the gym. You tested it out while you were investigating, Shuichi. That ladder reached the window, right?
That was because it was on the tank.
So the culprit just needed to put the body through the window to pull it off, right?
No, I don't think that method is possible because the ladder doesn't reach the window.
That's it! The only reason the ladder reached the window was because it was on the stage. If you used the ladder on the pool side, it would not quite make it. The ladder could barely reach the window when it was on the stage. And there is nothing on the pool side of the gym as tall as the stage. Finally, the ladder was found in the gym, correct? If the culprit used the ladder on the pool side, we wouldn't have found it in the gym.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was just gonna say maybe they could have tossed it over, but yeah, that would probably not work.
And they couldn't have thrown the ladder back through the window because it's too heavy.
Gonta could do it.
Gonta used his hard strength to pull
Okay,
the ladder or
that's
the
like-
body or something.
Really not supposed to say that shit anymore, Mew.
Gentlemen not throw dead bodies. Or ladders.
The body could not have been thrown into the piranha tank to begin with. It would need to be placed carefully to prevent the glass pane from shifting.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's actually very true. Thank you, Kyle.
Musclehead, even if we injected tons of steroids into you, it'd be impossible.
Gonta, you on steroids?
Sorry, you're right.
You didn't need to apologize, Gonta.
This is true.
How the culprit moved the body from the window. Ha! You guys don't even know that? What a bunch of dimwits.
I can't wait to hear this.
Do you have the answer then?
But of course. Tell him, Shuichi. Blow them all away with the truth.
You know, that's the correct choice you've made. I was actually expecting you to say something completely stupid.
I actually don't know that yet.
What?
The culprit definitely moved the body through the window, but I don't know how.
Well, we know that the cable was involved from the tennis court.
Seriously?
Due to the marks on the windows.
Serves you right.
I'm gonna assume that
Fool
inner
out of yourself
tube.
after acting all high and mighty.
God, I hate that face. That inner tube also plays a part in it somehow.
Just need to shut up and take their licks.
What are we gonna do, Shuichi? We gotta figure this out or we're done for.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, you gotta do something, Shuichi.
I know. I have to do something.
This is why we don't trust Kaido. I don't know what to do. I haven't figured that out yet. Dots. Damn it, am I really not good enough? Am I no good as a detective? I can't do this. I can't.
I don't think it really matters how the body got into the piranha tank.
What?
Gonta thinks it matter. We won't know culprit's trick unless we figure out.
We're getting sidetracked. It doesn't matter how it was done, just who did it. We shouldn't focus on where we found the body. Instead, we need to focus on where he was killed.
You know, that's a good point.
Where he was killed?
Wouldn't it be more efficient if we focused on the murder scene instead?
I mean, it's connected to how the body gets into the tank, so if my theory is correct, which it has to be because I'm always correct. But yeah, there was scuffs on the windows. We saw that wire cord thing. There was scuffs on the gym window as well. It's got to be, right?
Yes, that's it. We were so caught up in where the body was found, when we should have been thinking about where the murder occurred.
It was likely the tennis bathroom.
The murder scene would definitely have more clues about the culprit. Why didn't anyone realize this yet?
That's strange. Perhaps the culprit steered the conversation away from that topic.
Then, culprit is someone in this room.
Gonta. Really? No one called him out on it, so that's nice, I guess. That's important to remember. It's not as if everyone here wants us to find the... Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah. Actually, good point, Gonta. One of us is trying to sabotage this trial.
Well then, let's discuss the crime scene to figure out who the culprit is.
That's not a bad idea for a robot. The last time I heard such a good idea was...
Wow, Himiko, you're gonna be racist to robos, too?
when Nino told me to move in with her under the bridge to get out of the cold.
I don't know what the hell that means. Is that a reference? Is that a backstory for you? Should I hang out with you to find out who Nino is?
Himikawa under the bridge?
Himikawa under the bridge. If we can determine where this all started, we can determine how it ended. Yes, it's much too soon to quit. The trial has only just begun.
Thank
Really?
you, Maki. That was a helpful insight.
I can't believe you didn't notice that. I guess that's why you're still an apprentice.
Dude, she's right. Hey, what do we got here? Piranha tank, what's piece of fabric?
First, let's establish the crime scene.
Wasn't it the dorm room?
The dorm room?
Ryoma was relaxing in his room when he got attacked.
But the cause of death was drowning.
Yeah.
There is nothing in his room that could collect enough water.
What if he held his head up in the shower? Oh,
Drowned in toilets?
that's
Impossible.
disgusting. No, that is not impossible.
Places where water is stored.
The only place that fits is the pool. Even if you use magic, there's no other way.
What?
Well, it must be the pool then.
Did you just get like...
Drown in the toilet.
What was that,
Shut your
Himiko?
mouth, you noisy sow.
Sal?
Should I agree with that? Cause of death is a certainty. Remember, drowned in water. Pool seems like an obvious answer, but I have my doubts.
First, let's establish the crime scene.
Wasn't it the dorm room?
So,
Ryoma was relaxing in his room when he got attacked.
But the cause of death was drowning.
yeah.
There is
Nothing in his room that could collect enough water.
Drowned in toilets? Impossible.
We
I
should
could
consider
do it.
places where water is stored.
The only place that fits is the pool.
No. Okay.
That's wrong.
I mean, that is wrong, but also kind of right. Because you don't know about the bathroom in the tennis court, do
Pool
you?
could not have been the scene of the murder. Ryoma was killed at nighttime. No swimming is allowed at nighttime, so a living person could not have gone in.
Yeah, a dead body is fine because it's just an object. But if a living person entered the pool, I think I might cry.
Okay.
Cry as loud as you want. I'll cry with you. We can spend the night together crying.
That sounds painful.
In the morning after, I'll write goodbye on your mirror in lipstick before I quietly leave.
Do you even have lipstick?
Only after you leave do I realize how much you really mean to me.
Aren't you guys like brother and sister?
Quit being so gloomy. This is the year of the Jets. Fuck the Patriots.
Anyway, we can conclude it's impossible for him to have drowned in the pool.
Was that in the Japanese version? I feel like that wouldn't be in the Japanese version.
Where was Ryoma killed if not pool? Is there other place where water can be stored?
Yes. Where was Ryoma killed? I know there's some kind of clue. It would be in... Scratch Sink.
This is it! The sink in Ryoma's lab. There were distinct scratch marks on it.
Scratch marks on the sink?
Yeah, kind of look like claw marks, actually.
And I believe those scratches were caused by...
Oh, the handcuffs.
This is it! The handcuffs. they were scratched as well, correct?
Well, yeah. Sort of looked like they'd been scraped against something.
There's
Why is
also
that
the
one
fact
bent up?
That the handcuffs were from Ryoma's lab. The marks on the sink came from the handcuffs in the same room. The size and shape of the scratches are consistent with the handcuffs, I'm sure.
Are they? Because that's a lot of goddamn scratches.
How did those handcuffs get from the lab to the water tank?
Because Ryoma was wearing them, right?
Yeah.
Yes, though they were only visible for a brief moment when Ryoma appeared in the tank.
And then they fell off. Because he
I'm
lost a
certain
lot
he
of
was wearing
weight.
the handcuffs at the time.
The handcuffs were left after the piranhas devoured Ryoma.
So the culprit handcuffed Ryoma and drowned him in his lab sink.
Ryoma must have been pretty yummy. They chomped up his entire body. Arms, legs, brain.
I feel like they might have been starved.
Saying disgusting things. I don't want to hear it.
That crunchy texture with the fatty parts just right. Then when they bite down, it gushes.
Stop! Please stop!
But how did culprit handcuff Ryoma? He could have used Shikuchi method to get away, unless someone ambushed him?
It's possible they knocked him out before handcuffing him.
Crack in the skull.
Though there's no way we can be sure, now that he's not but bone.
Crack in the skull, baby.
I doubt he was ambushed. I'm pretty sure the culprit got Ryoma by...
Dots.
Whoops. Don't pay attention to little old me. I'm just talking to myself.
When you talk to yourself, pretend you're eating and chew with your mouth closed. Otherwise, you'll get a mouthful of peanut butter squid.
Ugh.
It's so disgusting you'll laugh.
Oh my god, what? Ew.
So we all agree Ryoma was drowned in the sink in his lab, right?
Oh, that's fucking disgusting. Oh.
That sink could have held enough water to do it for sure.
I mean, he is only like 3 feet tall, so yeah. He just
I'm
hold
calling
his
it.
head underwater
the crime
too.
scene is Ryoma's fucking research lab.
But how did the culprit carry his body to the gym from there? Isn't Ryoma's lab on the 3rd floor of the academy?
Oh, the windows.
It's actually
The wire.
not far at all. Although, perhaps it's more accurate to say there's a shortcut.
Was there a shortcut?
What shortcut between Ryoma's lab and the gym did the culprit use? Well, it's gotta be the window.
There! The shortcut is the window in Ryoma's lab.
The window?
That's right. None of the windows in this school open. Except the one in Ryoma's lab. And on top of that, the window faced the pool. You could see the gym straight across.
It's perfect for peeping.
Do you think the culprit dropped Ryoma's body into the pool area from the lab window? Then they could have thrown the body into the piranha tank through the gym window.
I feel like he would have had more broken bones aside from the cracked skull.
How's that? Mission complete!
It's not complete. You don't have a suspect.
Your explanation contradicts some things we discussed earlier. The gym window was too high to reach from the poolside, even if one used the ladder.
That's right! I apologize! I must go on a journey to reflect on this!
We keep hitting dead ends, since we don't know how the body was thrown into the gym.
Well, that didn't really give us any info about the crime.
Dots. Not necessarily. We learned a lot of important information. Now that I'm sure the scene of the crime was Ryoma's lab, the case is becoming clearer. To determine how the body got from the crime scene to where it was found, I had to figure out how to get from the 3rd floor window to the gym. Alright then, I have to analyze the possible methods and find the most likely. Okay, sure. Oh, hi. Hey, Psyche Taxi. When you have to deduce how things are connected, Psyche Taxi will start. The objective of this mode is to gather the letter cubes flying around to form a question. Oh, no! That sounds awful. Accelerate. Okay, concentrate. It is the right button, sure. The object, yeah, okay. Use the A button to accelerate, left stick to move. By picking up the letter cubes floating around, you can complete the question. Once you complete the question, you head towards the escort that has the correct answer. If it's the right answer, they'll get into your car. If it is the wrong one, something bad will happen. Oh, great. And there will be other cars on the road. If you hit those, you will take focus damage. If it's getting dangerous, use RB to concentrate and stay calm and avoid them. Please drive safely and enjoy the ride. Please respond at your earliest convenience. Sure. Suichi, are you even old enough to drive, dog? So just grab these things. Hey, to be fair, controls aren't that bad. And you get multiple letters. So this is actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought we were going to have to do individual letters. So yeah, this is actually way better. The boy was brought out. The body, okay, body was brought from where? It was brought from the lab. It was the lab window. Oh my god, you actually meant escort, like a prostitute. Wow, that is fantastic. Next question. Horrible timing, really, because I feel like I have an itch in my throat, which means I might cough in a second, which is never good. Can I pause? Oh, thank god. Alright, better. So, I have no idea what this question is. I missed that. That sucks. The blink? Oh, what? The body was brought to the gym from where? I already figured out the question. Come on. Oh, there's Angie. Thinking time. We're gonna pick up multiple escorts? We're in for a rough night. The gym window. You just call me bitch? I mean, maybe, but it was rude. Oh my god. Oh, I see a car. Stay in the middle lane. Come over here. Come over here. Over here. Also, your wheels should not be making that noise when you drive. That's not good. That's fine. I was hoping to get two of them there. There we go. We got this. Years of GTA have taught me well. How was it moved from the class window to the gym window? Is it gonna be that wire thing? From window to window. Okay, never mind. Also, Suichi, do we have enough money for this? I feel like we can't afford 3 prostitutes. Not on our salary. I mean, we only have mono coins. And if they accept that, I don't want to hang out with them.
Ryoma's body was moved directly from his lab to the gym.
directly? Don't tell me they threw the body from window to window. I mean, we're talking about a body. It's not like tossing a baseball, you know.
Or one of those, like, crystal balls.
No, I don't believe he was thrown. But perhaps another way.
What do you mean another way? There's no other way to move it.
The culprit must have used some kind of equipment.
Huh? Equipment?
Hey, Maki, can I be your sidekick?
With this equipment, they can connect the two windows and move the body to the gym.
Equipment to connect the windows. I believe it was found near the body. It was rope. That was not what I was expecting to show. I mean, it makes sense there was rope on this side.
There!
But I thought it was going to be that cable.
The rope found behind the gym stage could have been used to connect the windows.
Oh, there was a mysterious mystery about that rope that only Atua can reveal. What mysterious mystery?
How we still let her talk.
During last night's preparations for the show, that rope was in the wing of the stage. But the next morning, the rope had been moved backstage for some reason.
Okay.
It's a mysterious mystery. Only Atua knows the answer.
So you're saying Atua is the culprit?
So, during nighttime, someone used the rope, then threw it into the gym window?
So they did use the rope. That's how they bridged the distance between both windows.
Is the rope long enough to reach both windows?
The rope is roughly 65 feet in length. As for the distance between the windows, according to the sign of the pool, the width of the pool is roughly 35 feet.
Okay, so that gives us an extra few feet.
And the distance from the edges of the pool to the windows is an additional 16 feet.
So yeah, that's good.
Altogether, the sum total length from one window to the other is roughly 50 feet.
And pool is only thing between research lab and gym windows.
You bet it's long enough. That's what she said.
Yeah.
Wait, who said that?
She said it was long enough.
Even if the rope was long enough, wouldn't it be pretty hard to tie them to the windows?
Both windows were too high to reach. It would be like tying a rope from one cliff to another.
Which is done. I've seen people freaking tightrope walking. It's horrifying.
If the windows were closer together, then they could toss the rope across. But they're not.
No.
Is that what
don't
that
think
tennis
it would
cable's
work.
for?
Just need one more rope.
Another rope. There was only one though.
So yeah.
Oh, then it's impossible. Sorry.
No, I'm sure there was another rope, or at least something that could be used as rope. It would be the wire. Tennis cable, same thing.
This is it! The tennis net cable from Ryoma's lab could serve as a rope.
How long is it?
About 50 feet or so. But how do they use it?
Okay, so. First, culprit hang rope outside of one window.
Okay.
Culprit move to
Move the other side. Sorry, Yonta. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
and tie cable to other window. Then, after tying to each window, culprit tie rope and cable together. That how culprit make one rope that reach both windows.
Huh, okay.
Wow, that's amazing, Gonta. You're so knowledgeable.
Gonta, did you kill him?
It's nothing. Gonta use ropes a lot when looking for bugs.
What does that even mean?
Even if they did connect the windows with a rope, they can't carry a body on just that.
Eureka! I got it!
Thomas Edison once said that genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration.
I think that's just you.
But in my case, it's 100% inspiration!
You get it. Just tell us already.
They handcuffed the body to the rope and slid it from one window to the other, like Tarzan!
I mean, maybe.
The body would reach the gym window, but it wouldn't land in the piranha tank.
Yeah.
Stop making such dumbass comments and keep your smelly breath in your dirty mouth.
Tarzan? But they also had to put the body in the piranha tank after they moved it, huh?
That is not feasible with just one rope.
Maybe the rope wasn't the only equipment the culprit used.
Not just the rope, the inner tube.
Well, anyway, it would have been pretty difficult to get that body in the piranha tank. They wouldn't just throw it. The trick was a super crucial part of the culprit's plan. The culprit must have carefully placed the body into the tank with their own hands. But is there really a way to do that?
Dots.
Kokichi, are you hinting at something?
Huh? Hint? What hint? Don't confuse me with your talk of hinting hints.
You're confusing me. You were definitely onto something. It's true the culprit needed to place the body directly into the piranha tank. If the body were to fall, the culprit would not have been able to retrieve it. They would have only had one shot at it, no second chances. So obviously the culprit would have wanted to put the body in the tank carefully, meaning they would have wanted to get as close to the window as possible. The only problem is, how did they get near it? All that we know right now is that there was a rope that connected the windows. Somehow, the culprit used that to move the body and were close to the windows themselves. To make that work, they had to have used something else. It has to be that inner tube. But what would it have been? What could they have done?
All right, Shuichi. The stage is finally set.
What?
Listen up. Do a good job here, and I'll be able to put an end to this trial.
Kaido, have you done anything helpful during this trial except for, like, believe in Maki?
It all starts with you. You be the opening act, and I'll be the main event.
Highly doubt it.
And then together, we're gonna save everyone.
Together?
Look, there's only one luminary for me, and he's in Dragon Quest
You got
11.
this. After all, you are my sidekick. I believe in you, so I'm gonna leave the rest to you.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do this. That worked on you? Oh my god. I will solve this mystery and show everyone the truth. This is the main event. Something was used with the rope to move the body between the windows. Think. Come on, think. Just give me the option. I'll select it. Hangman's Gambit. Alright, never mind. It's gonna be the inner tube. You didn't give me anything that I wanted there. Wait, I thought the X-ray said... Hold up. I thought the X-ray thing made it so that things that stayed visible or were shown to be visible stay visible. I'm like confused now. What did the culprit fashion? I have no idea. Correct. Okay. Something that starts with an R. Rope? Are we going with rope here? Rope what? Rope-a-dope? Wait, no. What? Rope what? Wait a minute. Rope bridge, rope swing, doesn't fit. Rope. I have no idea. How much health do I have? I have pretty much health, so... W. Rope W. Rope war? Is it rope war? Dude, seriously. Ropeway. Oh, fucking God, I'm a dumbass. I didn't actually think it was rope war. I just didn't know what the hell they were trying to spell. I was mostly just guessing.
That's it. The culprit used something like a ropeway to move the body.
I was so sure it was gonna be like the inner tube at first, and then it's like, oh wait, rope? Rope what? What fits there? Rope war. Ropeway didn't even get into my goddamn head at all. I was guessing the last 3 letters.
A ropeway, huh? Are you sure about that?
No.
Wow, you got drain damage or something?
Drain damage, huh?
You'd need some kind of vessel to use on a ropeway, and we don't have that!
Inner tube? No, there definitely was. The culprit used it to move the body along the rope. What the hell? It's Minesweeper? Oh no, this is, oh God. In scenes where you have to deduce an image, mind will begin. In this mode, the objective is to dig up the answer. At the beginning, the answer will be completely covered by pieces. Okay, it is control dig. Focus, sure. Use your left stick to move the cursor and erase the pieces with the A button. Pieces will be erased when 2 or more of the same color connect. Okay, it's not Minesweeper. The adjacent pieces will then change color in the following order: white, pink, yellow, white. If you do it right, you can remove all pieces from the object. The trick is to predict how the adjacent pieces will change. When all the pieces on the top of the object are gone, you can select the object as the answer. If you select the wrong object, your influence gauge will take damage. If there is just 1 piece left, you can press the A button repeatedly to break it. But that will incur a time penalty, so don't just button mash. It might sound complicated, but trust me, you'll get it as you play. Thank you for your understanding. That's my face right now. So, A. Oh, it's over here. It's over here. It's over here. Shit. Nah, that didn't work. Then how do I select? Select image. Ooh, yeah. Oh, this? Jesus. Clear.
I see it.
Okay, that's not that bad. When I first saw that screen, I'm like, you're gonna make me clear out all these things?
The rubber inner tube we found floating in the pool.
The inner tube?
Remember the inner tube we found in the pool with a rope on one side? Maybe the rope was originally tied on both sides. The culprit made a ropeway by hanging the tube from the rope connecting the windows.
Oh, and it broke? Okay.
And because the
that makes
third floor
sense.
window is higher up, gravity would have pushed the inner tube along. The inner tube is made of sturdy rubber as well. It could have supported 2 people. The culprit used the ropes and the inner tube.
That is a gigantic inner tube. That is way bigger than I thought it was from the pictures.
And used it to move themselves and Ryoma's body from the lab to the gym. Once through the gym window, the culprit stood on the inner tube to move the body.
Man, it looks like he's standing on the window sill, like the frame of the window. Wouldn't that count as being in the gym?
Either that, or the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. That way would be more stable and let them handle the corpse more carefully. Finally, they removed the rope from the window frame and left the scene.
Hey, why isn't his hands cupped there?
Well, when you put it like that, it certainly sounds possible. But wow, a ropeway!
You say the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. Isn't that against school rules?
That's what I'm thinking.
It would count as entering the gym, would it not?
Last time we got asked that question, we decided it was okay.
Someone asked you that before, huh?
Sticking your body through the window is an automatic out, but standing on the sill is...
Wait, who asked you last time?
Yeah.
Eh?
Who asked you?
It is quite possible that the culprit went to you to confirm the details of their plan.
Dots.
Oh, shit!
Kibo, you shouldn't have asked that said that last part.
Way to put your foot in your mouth.
His foot? Monosuke just unhinged
Monosuke,
his jaw
yep.
and swallowed his entire leg!
Cut it out! I can't write this off as a joke if you two keep freaking out about it.
Then your little slip-up is actually the truth!
Dots.
Pops?
Yo, Monokuma, you can get mad at him if you want, but you've done just the same thing in the past.
Uh-oh. Daddy's mad at you now.
Huh?
Don't look at me. This is what you get for acting like a big shot all the time.
Stop. Do not bully Monosuke.
Huh?
No more blaming each other. Everybody makes mistakes.
That's true.
I want us all to get along.
Right now, you're on the threshold.
Monodum's right.
Monosuke, you better thank Monodum. Less attitude and more gratitude. Got it?
Man.
I got a feeling you're gonna die, dog.
Fun. Why you gotta ruin it with that slip-up? But I guess now we know Shuichi's logic is right on the money.
So culprit really used ropeway to move body?
That's what it seems like.
Yeah, they used the ropeway to move with the body from window to window.
Ropeway murder? That's some crazy-ass shit!
Technically, it wasn't murder on the ropeway, but sure.
But if the mechanism was that complicated, wouldn't it be hard to put it all away?
Not necessarily. All one must do is detach the rope from the window after using the ropeway.
Yeah, what? How would you do that, though? They gonna jump down? Wouldn't that hurt?
Then, after returning to Ryoma's lab, one could retrieve the rope from that side.
I feel like that is a good, recipe to break an ankle.
Tossing the rope into the gym from the pool window would be the final step.
Huh.
I see. The rope was thrown from the window. That's why we found it there.
With that method, the culprit must have made numerous trips from Ryoma's lab to the pool.
Which is why the crime was committed during nighttime, while we all slumbered.
But if the culprit was so careful to recover the rope they used to commit the crime, why did they leave the inner tube in the pool?
I believe that was an accident.
An accident?
Yes. When the culprit was taking down the inner tube, they accidentally dropped it.
Okay.
Then why did the culprit leave it in the pool?
The reason the culprit left it in the pool is obvious. Oh, it was nighttime, right?
That's it! Even if they wanted to get it, they couldn't, because this took place at nighttime.
I see. They couldn't get the inner tube because swimming is prohibited at nighttime.
Didn't they have like a pool skimmer or something that cleans the pool? Can you just stick that in the pool?
But couldn't they have used the rope to fish it out?
Not necessarily. You see, the water level in that pool is so low. Even if one tried to draw in the inner tube using the rope, the steep angle the rope would be at would make it nigh impossible.
But like pool skimmer?
It'd be different if they used a pole, but there's no way a rope would work.
Even if inner tube was closer to pool edge, Water's still too low to drag tube in.
Sounds like a lot of work. I can see why they just left it there.
They might not be lazy like you.
Yeah.
Unless you are the murderer because you're so lazy.
And they would have been busted if someone saw them. Ha! What kind of clumsy dipshit drops an inner tube and can't retrieve it? Let me tell you, this culprit's a real fucking amateur.
No, actually. Save for that one mistake, this was the perfect crime.
If Maki had never met up with Ryoma at nighttime, it might have been the end for us. Well, I still don't know if Maki is telling the truth or not.
Shut up. Personally, I find this culprit frighteningly thorough. Such a bold, beautiful plan. I never even imagined there was a ropeway.
God, you're starting to sound roused, dog.
Oh, respect begins to bloom in my heart for this wonderfully cruel culprit.
Are we gonna need to bring out that mop again?
What are you, stupid? Don't respect the culprit.
No, respecting the culprit's intelligence is crucial to solving this case. We're so close. We just need one. We're just one step away from the truth.
Now, we just need to
Did
figure
you
out
just
who
meow?
the culprit is.
But of course, it would be pointless to unravel this mystery otherwise.
So, who is it?
Looks like it's time for me to start the main event.
Oh, God.
But my sidekick here is on a roll right now, so I'll let him take this one.
Kaido, I'm gonna hold your head underwater.
Ah, okay.
You're just pushing everything onto Shuichi because you don't know yourself.
Thank you, Maki.
Well, Shuichi, do you already know who the culprit is?
Yeah, I have a good idea who the culprit is. Dots?
Hey, Shuichi, are you hesitating again?
What?
Come on, man, there's no need for that. Like I said, you're my sidekick. I take responsibility for any mistakes my sidekick makes.
Well, that's good.
So use those skills of yours I believe in to shove the truth down their throats.
You believe in my detective skills?
I think he's desperate.
That's right. I'm gonna leave it all to you, Shuichi.
Because I don't want to do any work. Yeah, I need to believe in my detective work. This whole setup would have had been prepared in the gym well beforehand. Knowing that narrows the list of suspects. Okay, so we only got a minute. I before was thinking that was either Mew or Kirumi. Then they get ruled out, but then everyone's alibis kind of got shoved away. I think it might be Kirumi, right? Given how thorough everything. Let's pause real quick. Can we pause? We can't pause. All right. Well, shit. Choose her.
It has to be you.
Yeah.
There's one more thing I still have to confirm, but Kirumi is the prime suspect.
Just the thorough cleanup job, right? She's the ultimate maid. Is extremely intelligent as well. Thinking about Mew for a little bit, but obviously she's a genius, but she's not an elegant genius. Let's just put it at that. So I don't know if it would be as clean as that. But really, it was the only one left to choose, right, from that list. As much as I think it would be cool if Angie brainwashed Himiko to do the deed, I'm not sure how that would go in a trial. Would Himiko be the black end? Would Angie be the black end? We've seen like something like that happen before. We weren't exactly sure. Well, I wasn't exactly sure how it would go, and in the end, it ended up being the person that committed the murder anyways. But that had something to do with maybe the other person not going along with it, but who knows? Anyways, yeah, Kirumi.
Me?
What? Kirumi?
Oh, so Kirumi is the culprit.
I wish it was you, Angie.
That is not yet a certainty. Let us hear her testimony.
Because I think it would be kind of dope if you brainwash Himiko into doing something.
Is this true, Kirumi?
I cannot believe you would suspect me. If that is the case, then I will have to deny it. I will not let you make the wrong choice.
The wrong choice?
If you do believe it is me, are you prepared to stand by that decision? I will refute your accusations with all my might, for everyone's sake.
Okay. Well, to be fair, if she is the culprit, she is hiding her panic better than most of the other people that have done it so far.
I, of course, am
Normally
not
they
the
freak out and start acting differently.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime?
Oh,
I
this is
believe
the
most
music,
of us
right?
do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
What?
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work.
Witnessing
like someone like you to be
Ryoma?
skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin and has a nice body.
We
She and
don't.
Ryoma could have totally shared an inner tube.
I mean, yeah.
We all could have, except perhaps Gonta.
I mean, she's not wrong. To force Kirumi to implicate herself, my logic has to be airtight. There's a hole in her story somewhere. I just have to stay calm and find it.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you
Witnessing
have no alibi.
Ryoma. What does this one say? The last person who saw Ryoma was Gonta around 8 p.m. last night. Mu also saw Ryoma 30 minutes before that. Okay.
Do you?
I don't know. But seriously, this song does remind me of the boss music of from Xenogears. Like hardcore, just the way it sounds.
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. That someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
I don't know.
That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin and has a nice body.
I agree, but so
She and
am I.
Ryoma
Who
could
says
totally
that?
shared an inner tube.
Mew, was that
We
you?
all could have, except perhaps Gonta.
Or Gonta. Yeah, I don't know. I wish there was a way I could view the blue and orange phrases beforehand, but I guess that would make things a bit too easy, huh? Let's try evidence
I, of course, am not the culprit.
and
The crime was committed at night.
witnessing Ryoma.
And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
No, okay. Let him have it, Suichi. Okay. I made a mistake. No shit. Don't mind the health of the time.
And you have no
Don't worry
alibi,
about it.
do you?
We're fine.
Alibi for
Hopefully.
nighttime?
I actually might have to retry.
I believe most of us.
This has to be it. Oh, thank God. Holy shit.
Maybe we can't prove everyone's alibi, but we can still pinpoint the culprit.
That took too much health and time.
How so?
Last night, Kaito and I heard Maki speaking with Ryoma. But I haven't mentioned what happened after. Kirumi, any thoughts?
Did you return to your respective dorm rooms?
I guess, yeah.
Yes, we did. But I couldn't fall asleep, so I was awake until morning,
Yeah, Mew gave me her underwear and I was really confused.
which allowed me to hear a certain sound in the night.
A certain sound?
Last night, I heard the sound of someone leaving their room and exiting the dorm. And after some time, I heard the sound of them returning.
Could it have been the culprit? But all you heard was a sound? That doesn't mean you know who made it.
Indeed, it doesn't. But I didn't hear the sound of someone going down the stairs. Which must mean that whoever left has a room on the first floor. No
I mean,
one on
I'm
the
assuming
second floor
Kurumi's
left the
room's
door
on the
that
first
night.
floor then.
So everyone on the second floor has an alibi? You cannot determine the culprit with just that.
On the contrary, once we rule out the second floor, we know who the culprit is. Because preparing the ropeway required time to be spent in the gym. It's extremely likely that the culprit helped set up the magic show.
And you could have tied it up there when you were doing like the curtains, yeah?
In short, Himiko, Angie, Kaito, or Kirumi.
I see. So among the four, the only one with a room on the first floor of the dorms is...
Yes, only Kirumi.
It was very elegant, but my lie was certainly plausible. Will they buy it?
You heard a sound, huh? Well, I hear a load of BS.
I don't give a shit what you hear.
But unfortunately for you, Kirumi, your time's up. We already know you're the only one capable of setting all this up. Right, Shuichi?
Well, that's an unexpected assist.
Right. The only person who could have prepared this murder is Kirumi. Well, the preparations in the gym in any case.
And why do you believe that?
Before the culprit could put the body into the tank, several steps needed to be taken.
Like tying the rope to the gym window and putting a partition in the piranha tank.
You used a big word. Good for you.
That's right. Ryoma's body entered the gym from the window, but that required preparation. That could only have been done when Kirumi was by herself in the gym before nighttime.
But Kirumi was alone in the gym for only like 5 minutes.
Not enough time for the whole murder, but enough time to set it up.
At least get the rope up there.
Enough time to tie the rope on the window frame and put the pain in the piranha tank.
Fair enough.
This is my selfless devotion.
Okay.
While I do understand where you are coming from, I assure you this is just a part of your petty imagination. An empty theory created from nihilism.
Okay, remember how I said you kept your cool and composure? You kind of lost that there a little bit. Piece of black fabric. That's gonna be it.
The rope and partition. I suppose 5 minutes might be enough time. I accept that. However, the crux of your argument is not but a guess. You continue to force the facts to conform to your misguided narrative. When you consider that the crux of your argument is faulty, your entire case falls apart.
He's like, I don't think so.
What do you mean by crux of the argument? How is it just a guess?
I am referring to the rope. Now, with that rope, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window, but there is no evidence to indicate this had happened.
What? Oh, the scuffs, the scuffs, the scuffs, the scuffs, the scuffs. Shut up. Don't take any more of my health away, all right?
I am referring to the rope.
I need that. Marked window frame.
With that rope, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window, but there is no evidence to indicate this had happened.
There you go.
I'll cut through your words.
I need to stop doing that. I get so focused on I've been doing it every single game. And I've completed every single game. But I get so focused on a truth bullet that I'm like, it has to be it. And to be fair, during the first 2 games, it actually worked out fairly well for me. Has not worked out fairly well for me in this game so far.
Were those scratches from when the rope was tied to the window frame?
Just tying the rope to the frame wouldn't cause so much damage. The rope that was tied to the frames must have been weighed down significantly. The frames didn't break, but they were left with distinct marks.
Those scratches are proof that you used a rope to carry the body to the windowsill.
Kirumi, I'm sorry, girl.
What's wrong, Kirumi? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Hey, what's wrong? Hey, 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 hey!
Is Kirumi quiet because Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Please answer us, Kirumi. Shuichi is doing this for your sake.
If it is for my sake, then it would be much easier to forfeit. But I cannot allow that, because I must do this for everyone.
For everyone?
I have a duty and a responsibility. I must serve everyone and protect them. So I refuse to surrender. They won't forgive me if I do.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I like the way you look there. What? Where's this coming from? Her response seems genuine. So what does she mean by everyone? Is she doing this for all of our sakes? Am I wrong? Is Kirumi innocent? No. I'm wrong again.
Hey, Kirumi, who exactly is this everyone you're talking about?
Kaido?
I've just got a weird feeling about this. When you said everyone, it felt like you weren't talking about us. It felt like you were talking about someone who isn't here.
Someone who isn't here?
Angie.
Someone outside of the academy?
Hey, do you think Kirumi saw her own motive video?
Huh? The motive video?
You saw your important someone in danger, so you committed murder, right?
Is that true?
I am so sorry for making such a mess. Because of that, I made all of you assume something unnecessary.
What does that mean?
Unnecessary?
You saying I'm wrong? This everyone you're talking about?
It is all of you, of course.
Okay, so you're lying.
Really? Do you swear to a tour?
Okay, that's not that hard.
Yes, really. So please believe me. I am not the culprit. I do not care what becomes of me, but I will not allow any of you to die. Because I made a promise to Kaede.
Oh, come on. Kaede had a thing for you in my head candy anyways. She was going to max you out. But then she died. But come on now.
She wished for all of us to escape together.
Dots.
I want to fulfill my duties as the ultimate maid. I wish to serve everyone.
Oh, Kirumi.
So please believe me. You have to.
Kirumi.
Are we totally sure Kirumi's the culprit? Maybe it's someone else.
Are we sure Kokichi isn't the culprit?
How rude.
Gonta just can't believe Kirumi would kill Ryoma.
Kirumi's breakfasts were the best. She always treated us so well.
She could have poisoned us all, too. Would have made it easier, right? Less of a trial.
She really is like a mom.
Perhaps it was after she gained our trust that she saw her chance to strike.
Maybe.
You really are screwed up.
He is, but he's also not, like, screwed up with, like, Kokichi.
Screwed up from head to toe. Even through your clothes, I can tell.
Dots.
Shuichi, please reconsider suspecting me as the culprit. You only suspect me because I was at the gym during nighttime yesterday, correct? But you cannot accuse me of being the culprit with that insufficient proof.
What about the black cloth?
It is still possible for Maki and Kaito to have gone to the gym. They do not have alibis. They could have pretended to help Himiko, but secretly prepared the murder.
Okay, Maki would never do that.
When you put it that way, it does seem possible.
Okay, Kaito was helping you, but did Maki show up?
We can't accuse Kirumi just based on our alibis.
Wow, she's playing you all.
Maybe suspecting
She's
Kirumi
like has you all wrapped around her fingers.
Yeah, maybe we should think it over one more time.
I made a promise. As the ultimate detective, I made a promise to seek the truth. I made a promise to Kaede, so I'm not turning back now.
They're scared. They're scared that they have to accuse one of their friends of murder. It's up to me. I have to do it. I'll use my detective work to prove it.
So you still believe I am the culprit? But there is no evidence to indicate that I am...
No, there is. I have proof that you're the culprit.
Is it the black fabric?
I realized it when we determined that the ropeway was used to move the body. If it was indeed Kirumi who moved the body with a makeshift ropeway, then the final clue falls into place.
The final clue?
Oh, you look a little scared there, Kirumi.
The damning evidence that proves Kirumi is the culprit.
Shuichi, won't you please tell me why you are so desperate to pin me as the culprit?
Because you stole Kaede away from him.
Don't you want to protect everyone?
I'm doing this because I want to protect everyone. Shuichi.
Then you're wrong. Your deduction is all wrong.
Your words aren't going to convince me now. Not when I know the truth.
What truth? All you care about is your own reasoning. You don't even listen to others.
I've done nothing but listen to you fuckers talk for like 2 hours.
I can't bet everyone's lives on a deduction made by a self-righteous brat.
Wow,
You
rude.
can't save anyone.
Dots. No more doubts. I'm confident I'm right. So much for keeping your poise. Jesus. I'm going to present everyone the evidence that proves she's guilty. It's got to be that cloth, right? Has to.
This is it!
Yeah.
The piece of black fabric in the pool. That's the final clue that proves you're guilty. It's been bothering me for a while. I couldn't figure out what it was.
I tried to bring it up a little while ago, but it was wrong answer then.
I thought it was just trash at first, but I couldn't dismiss it entirely. Now that the class trial has come this far, I know for certain. It's an important piece of the puzzle. Because like the inner tube, it's evidence the culprit couldn't dispose of.
Huh? Why not?
Is there really no pool cleaning kit there?
Using the ropeway, you could slide the inner tube from the lab to the gym. But how would you control it? If it kept sliding and hit the window, the momentum would have thrown the body off. To prevent that from happening, the culprit needed some way to adjust the speed. For example, the culprit could have used their hands for friction.
Yeah, so what?
So they have the cloth in the hand?
You're still wrong. Your logic is flawed.
You're sweating a lot. You kind of look like Mew now.
Kirumi, why are you becoming increasingly erratic?
Because she's guilty.
There is such absolute beauty in trying to fight against the truth.
What truth? That black cloth is just trash. You can't prove I'm the culprit with just that.
No, it's not just trash. It's proof that you're the culprit.
Finding out how the black cloth, black fabric fits into this is key to everything. I'll make it all clear now. Oh, hey, how's it going?
You
look badass. Sorry.
What is this truth?
I'm holding.
That is just your empty deduction.
I'm so bad at this game.
Confuse everyone. You are incorrect.
I have like no.
What is this
I'm
truth?
so bad.
That is just your empty deduction. You continue to confuse
Screw it.
everyone.
What do you mean, miss?
You are incorrect. What is this truth? That is just your empty deduction.
My
You
God.
continue to confuse everyone.
How am I this bad?
You are incorrect.
Did I
In
win?
this class trial, everyone's life
How
is
did I
at
miss?
stake. Because of your self-righteous truth,
Oh, damn it, it
everyone
was
might
X.
die. In this class trial, everyone's life
How
is
was
at
that a
stake.
miss?
Because of your self-righteous truth,
You know, you and your facts.
everyone might die. In this class trial, everyone's life is at stake. I completely understand.
Please don't lose any more clothes. I somehow got away with the Mew scene.
It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. You do not have
That was
any
actually pretty good.
evidence. You are only providing us with speculation. We only wish to protect everyone. Why must you interfere?
Yeah, that's my job.
I completely understand your
You're getting better
reason,
now.
but I will never
Missed there.
It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. You do not
What
have
is
any
that?
evidence. You are only providing us with speculation. We only wish to protect
I have no idea what that is.
Why must you interfere?
Because I don't want to die.
I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me as the
Sure.
culprit.
Okay. Huh. Mind blown.
That piece of trash prove.
Kirumi's gloves. Oh, his gloves! Okay, game.
The piece
Rude.
of fabric came from Kirumi's black glove.
I know there's a game out there that's the objective of the game is like you fight like these women and just take off their clothes. What the hell is it called? It's actually fairly popular. Were they zombies? I remember some dude asking about it though when I was at GameStop once. It was like on the Vita? I have no idea.
Kirumi's glove?
If the culprit were slowing their descent by grabbing the rope with their hands, there would have been a lot of friction, easily enough to cause rope burn. But our culprit was smart. They weren't burned because they weren't bare-handed.
Yeah, the culprit had gloves on. One got all torn up from the friction and
It fell into pool?
From what I remember, the only one who wears black gloves is Kirumi, right?
The gloves on your hands now. I take it they're from your dorm?
The extra uniforms in our rooms are made of the same material we're wearing now.
So I'm not gonna lie, I kind of thought that it was just fabric they used to hold on to the rope. But yeah, gloves work, right?
You can test my theory by comparing the fabric scrap with your glove.
Well, Kirumi, will you allow us to compare the black fabric we found in the pool with your gloves?
Sorry, Kirumi. But you did murder someone, so I don't really care.
What's the matter? Why are you sweating so much?
Kirumi, what's wrong?
Now, if it was Kokichi, I might feel a little more sympathetic, but you also are trying to murder me by doing this as well. In the end, it's just like them. I'm just like them. I'm scared of revealing the truth. Because it means that someone has to be sacrificed. But Kaede was scared. But Kaede was scared too. She didn't let that stop her. She thought things through to the end. I faced the truth and doubted it and kept thinking and kept going. This is where it led me, and I won't turn away from it.
I will show you the truth.
Closing argument. All right. Let's see. Anything here? No. What is that? Oh, it's her going into the stairs. The oven's made of metal. The parameters didn't eat. Okay, so it's not on the thing. What was used to partition the water? We don't have that yet. Right? No. A thin, long item that culprit took from the gym. This. Okay. Then over here we got when the gym was. Where in the gym was the rope tied? We don't have that yet. So you did bash him in the head. The little crack in the head never came. That's graphic. What's this? With a murder, what was put on the victim's wrists? That would be handcuffs. What was taken from the pool? And what was used to transport? That was... Oh, wait, what? Oh. There you go. Go back here, I guess. Here. Okay. Let me get this. Take lid. So we come over here to this. Okay. Hey, no wrong yet. That's a first. We'll use to transport the body in the ropeway. I mean, it's the inner tube, but I already put that down. Hitting the brakes was tougher than expected. Okay. And then come back here. We want the handcuffs for here, right? Okay, what's this? Promise swimming in the tank. In nothing. Okay, sweet. And then this is this one. Okay. Easy peasy cover girl.
This is the truth of the case. The victim's body was found this morning during Himiko's underwater escape act.
It's magic.
When we saw the piranhas in the tank, we thought that Himiko's escape failed. Of course, it was all part of the act. Himiko's escape went perfectly. But when Angie opened the curtain in front of the tank, we saw Ryoma with piranhas swarming around him. Before any of us could react, the piranhas devoured Ryoma's body. And all that was left were his bones and the handcuffs he was wearing. That horrifying sight was the finishing touch on the culprit's own twisted magic trick.
Nom 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 nom.
The culprit obfuscated the time and place of the murder, implicating Himiko in the process. In truth, the crime began last night around 8:55 p.m. While preparing for the show in the gym, the culprit had a chance to be alone.
Gotta get that relaxation time in.
It was then that the culprit used the ladder to reach the piranha tank.
That's still way too many piranhas for that small tank.
And removed the glass lid to put inside the tank. They used
Poor
it as
fish.
a partition to force the piranhas to one side of the tank. Next, the culprit took the rope.
Just had to slap that rope.
In the gym.
Don't kink shame me. It's a maid thing.
And used the ladder
Who is
once
she?
more. This
Oh.
time to climb up to the gym's window.
Actually, I have no idea what the hell that thing is supposed to be.
Once there, they opened the window and tied one end of the rope to the window frame. The rope was
Oh,
then
they have her
thrown
gloves
out
on.
the window toward the pool. These preparations were key for the culprit's elaborate plan.
Act 2. We're only on Act 2?
At nighttime, past midnight, the culprit asked Ryoma to meet at his lab. All
Dun,
the
dun,
pieces
dun.
were in place. The culprit was ready to murder. First, the culprit knocked Ryoma out, probably striking him from behind. Then, they put the handcuffs from the shower room on Ryoma's wrists.
Why'd you take off your... Oh, so they wouldn't get wet? Yeah, okay. Don't want wet gloves on. It's icky.
Filled with water. From the water and the pain of drowning,
that's extremely
Ryoma
graphic.
should have woken up and struggled. The culprit anticipated his resistance, which is why Ryoma was handcuffed. The struggle left scrapes on the cuffs and seat, but in the end, Ryoma succumbed.
How the scratches get on the outside, though?
But the culprit's plan had only just begun. They removed the cable from the tennis net and hung it from the window facing the pool. And then, at the pool, they connected the wire and the rope from the gym window. They returned to the lab after picking up one last thing. The rubber inner tube that was in the pool's tool shed. Once back in the lab, the culprit pulled the cable, bringing up the rope.
I guess no one goes to the pool that... Well, it was at nighttime. Well, no, because she would have had to set the rope up. Well, she did it at nighttime, too. Never mind. I was gonna say, how did no one notice the rope just hanging from the window frame?
The lab's window frame. And thus, the gym and the lab windows were connected by a single rope.
Love. They were connected by love, Shuichi.
After making a hanger of sorts with another length of rope tied to the inner tube, they hung the inner tube on the rope connecting the windows.
Man, I gotta admit, Kirumi, you got balls of steel. I would not do
That's how
this.
the culprit created the ropeway that was used to move the body. An impressive premeditated murder, but the culprit made two crucial mistakes.
She went against the protagonist.
The culprit got on the inner tube with Ryoma's body and slid toward the gym. With the height difference between the windows, they would have built up quite some speed. To avoid crashing through the window, the culprit used a brake. They used their own hand to grip the rope and
I still
slow
think she
down.
would have got some burns on her hands. Maybe we should check her hands out.
That would have caused significant rope burn had the culprit not been wearing gloves.
I mean, I think it would have caused significant rope burn even with the gloves on.
But due to the friction, part of a glove tore off and dropped in the pool. Regardless, the culprit reached the window and put Ryoma's body into the piranha tank. The glass pane not only kept the piranhas and the body separated, it also kept the piranhas so close together, they concealed the body.
I'm surprised some of them didn't die from that. Those poor fish! And Ryoma!
After that, all the culprit had to do was untie the rope and the inner tube. But
Kirumi,
that's
aren't you
where
wearing
they made their
heels?
second mistake.
Did you jump from that windowsill with heels on? Holy crap, are your ankles made out of metal?
One end of the rope came loose, and the inner tube dropped into the pool. Thus, the culprit was forced to leave two key pieces of evidence, the fabric and the inner tube. They couldn't retrieve the evidence because of the rule against swimming at nighttime.
Hi, Kirumi. Sorry.
Am I wrong, Kirumi?
I mean, Ryoma was alright, so I feel kind of bad that you killed him, and then you kind of threatened our lives with this class trial, so still kind of what the fuck, girl.
Kirumi, that's the conclusion I reached. Do you have any objections?
Anything?
This is very, very unfortunate, Shuichi. My pride as a maid demands that I fulfill every request that I receive. But to end like this...
Does that mean you admit it?
Kirumi. Why use your own gloves, though? The warehouse should have had plenty.
Yeah, or like you could have found some other metal apparatus to use.
There weren't any. Obviously, she would have used them if they were available. Jeez, Monokuma provided everything but the gloves. That's pretty sadistic. But thanks to him, at least the game became way more interesting.
So, it's decided.
This case was decided the moment someone, who shall not be named, opened their big mouth.
Monokuma!
We don't know that. Maybe the real culprit is someone nobody expects.
Dog, you are so dead.
He's right. No need to worry.
Oh, Monodem, you're like a mommy taking care of her sick child.
All right, let's go! The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless finally face off! It's voting time!
It's voting time. Vote for the maid or else you're all gonna die. Where are you? There you are. Oop. Cheese? I thought those were cookies for some reason.
Now then, it seems the voting has finished. Let's see the result.
Yeah, that seems right. Who voted for me?
Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you
Did I vote for myself by accident?
or the dreadfully wrong one?
No, I voted for her. I mentioned the cheese. Who the fuck voted for me? Was that 1,000 coins? That's all you're gonna give? It's awful. All rise. I got some misses. No retries though, so that's perfect. Yeah, I got some misses. there were some. Yeah, shut up! Just shut the fuck up on that debate. Oh, that's bad.
Oh my!
Oh my, you all voted correctly. No, what an unexpected and unpredictable outcome. The blackened who killed Ryomi Hoshi is Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid. Yay, bravo, bravo.
Thank goodness.
Huh, thank goodness we managed to get through the class trial again.
You gotta be kidding me!
There's nothing good about this at all. Who's gonna cook for us?
Yeah.
Truly, this was unexpected.
Wait!
How can you be so calm about it? He's a robot.
No way.
But Gonda no can believe it. Kirumi's so helpful for everyone. Same Kirumi is also culprit? Dots.
Yoo-hoo!
Hey, how long have you been lying to us?
The truth
Is that why you took such good care of us? So you could deceive everyone? You mean she's not my mom?
Hey!
She never was your fucking mom.
Damn it.
Hey, Kirumi, tell me, why? Tell me why? You were always thinking about everyone around you. How could you kill someone? Human beings have always been selfish, self-centered creatures. That's why I hate humans. They burn down the forests we call home. They pollute the rivers we drink from. I'll never forgive humans.
No way!
But is that really a reason to destroy them? Some humans are really nice.
Shut up!
Shut up, shut up, shut up. Enough with the commentary already. Hey. Well, Kirumi, were your feelings towards us simply another falsehood?
How?
No, it can't be. Say it ain't so. So that was just another lie, too?
No.
I don't think so. I still believe Kirumi cares about us.
What?
How would you know? Can't say for certain, but I can sense that this trial has been agonizing for her. You can't say for certain, that is what a detective would say. Kirumi, are you upset? I mean, she's about to die, dog. Because of the people important to you. You mean like from the motive video, so Kirumi watched hers after all? Earlier, Kirumi mentioned that she had accepted a request. Perhaps that request came from and someone important to her motive video? Dots.
What's wrong?
Wait, did I misread that? Perhaps that request came from Perhaps that request came from someone important in her. Yeah, sure, whatever. Do you have nothing to say for yourself?
I do not agree.
No, that's not it. I'm just lost. Because if I tell you why I did it, you will regret what you've done. Regret?
Damn.
Spit it out already. Otherwise, we can't accept this outcome. Please, Kirumi, tell us. I care about you a lot, and I know the others care about you too. So please.
Understood.
Very well then. If you are all so desperate to know,
I shall take that request.
I will consider this a final request and tell you everything. No more lies then. You better just tell us the truth and please and thank you.
Yes.
Yes, I understand.
That is correct.
Your reasoning was exactly right. The reason I murdered Ryoma was because of what I saw in my motive video. As I thought, you did indeed watch your video. Does that mean someone broke the agreement and traded you your motive video? Alright, fess up. Which one of you did it? Close your eyes and raise your hands if it was you.
What are you saying?
Why would the one raising their hands need to close their eyes?
May I?
That would be necessary. I did not trade my motive video with anyone. You didn't trade with anyone? How'd you see your motive video?
Hey!
Perhaps Kirumi received her own motive video. Huh? You mean she had her own motive video from the start?
Yes.
Correct. No one had my motive video but me, the video's intended recipient. I have no idea why.
The fuck's going on?
That's not possible. Monica, what the hell's going on? Huh? You know, I meant to bring this up earlier because it's been bugging me for a while. All this talk about videos being switched, what does that mean exactly? Don't play dumb. You're the one who switched up all the motive videos.
No.
No, I didn't. Huh? Oh, was I not supposed to ask that? Did you cubs screw up again, huh? Not supposed to.
Dumbass!
It was all Monofini's fault. She passed them out without checking the names. I don't know. Monotaro should have checked the names too. Wait a minute. I didn't even remember passing out any videos. It was my fault.
Yeah?
What?
I'm sorry.
I apologize. I should have been more careful.
No.
No, Monodam, it's not your fault.
Okay.
It's all our fault. I'm sorry too.
Yeah?
Huh, see if I misunderstood. I can't believe we thought the plan all along was to redistribute the videos.
Daddy!
Hey,
It's not your fault at all, kids. It's my fault for forgetting.
Father!
Thank goodness.
What?
What the hell's all this mushy feel-good crap?
You stupid.
You're all idiots. I'm through getting along with you dummy bears. Dots.
Well, now.
He is so dead. I'm sorry to cause you all so much trouble. Please continue your boring conversation.
I see.
The Monicums merely distributed the motive videos at random. Receiving my own video was nothing more than bad luck.
Oh, I see.
So you just watched it without knowing why it was given to you?
Hey!
What was in your video? Dots.
What's wrong?
Well, you promised to tell us everything.
Yes.
I will tell you the truth in its entirety, but I doubt that everyone will believe it.
So?
If that's the case, why don't we all watch the motive video together?
That's right.
Yeah, that would be much better. Let's hurry before Daddy gets bored again. How thorough of you, yet I suppose it is better this way. Perhaps the truth will be easier to believe if you witness it with your own eyes. After Kirumi had spoken, the Monocubs began playing the video.
All right! Back by popular demand, it's time for the motive video!
Sure.
Who's the most important person in your life? And now, without further ado, Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid. With clients in politics and finance, this elite maid is renowned for completing any request. One fateful day, she was suddenly summoned by one of her most influential clients, the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister had a request of utmost importance.
Does this dude not hire any, like, women staff? Yeah, sausage fest. Then again, that's still, well, I guess it is still kind of a thing all across the world, but I was gonna say it's kind of still hard to surpass in Japan, right?
He requested that she use her talent as the ultimate maid to serve her country. He asked Kirumi to
never mind.
make this country great again, and transferred all his authority
When
to
was this
her.
game made? Excuse me, when was this game made?
No one suspected that the Prime Minister's new secretary was secretly running the country. And over time, she became the de facto Prime Minister. Only Kirumi could save the country from impending doom. Yes, the future of the country rests entirely on her capable shoulders. But Kirumi is up to the task, for she only accepts requests that only she can fulfill.
Okay.
She is driven by the belief that her citizens are the most important people in her life.
Is this supposed to make me feel bad?
Oh, and while we're on the subject of those important people, an unfortunate event will soon befall those vermin and sheeple. What event, you ask? It's a secret.
Is it Corona?
Find out for yourself.
Dots? Huh? It can't be.
What?
The Prime Minister?
Yes.
Everything you saw is true, though. I only remembered it upon watching that video. Remembered?
Wait!
Please hold on. That video is true?
What is this?
That's ridiculous. There's no way Kurumi's the real Prime Minister.
I do not agree.
No, it is the truth. I'm Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid, and the most important people to me
This is my
are the
selfless
citizens
devotion.
of this country.
I was called upon to lift the country out of a dire situation. I swore to serve and help all its citizens. As the ultimate maid, I have advised politicians many times in the past. But he wanted me to prioritize saving the country from an unprecedented crisis. I fully accepted this request. As a maid, it is a great honor to serve the nation itself.
What? Alright.
What did I do?
You're literally confusing the shit out of me because this makes no sense and I gotta take a dump.
I see.
I see. So Kirumi was the real Prime Minister running the country behind the scenes. Huh? How can you seriously believe that a high schooler could be Prime Minister? Oh, right, these guys are high schoolers. I don't think it's that odd that an ultimate level talent could be that powerful. I mean, Keyboy's talent lets him pretend to be human even though he's a heartless robot.
How rude.
How rude. I'm not pretending. I'm still learning.
I see.
I see. Well, good luck, I guess.
Incredible.
I was aware of Kurumi's impressive talent, but Prime Minister?
What?
Then Kirumi really is Prime Minister? She hold burden of country's future. Well, not anymore, dog.
Actually.
The motive video aside, Kirumi doesn't seem like she'd lie about something like that. Dots.
Yoo-hoo!
Hey, I get that Kirumi is really important, but what was that unprecedented crisis?
I do not know.
Why can't I remember? With our memories lost.
That's...
Wait, isn't this just like the Ultimate Hunt?
That is correct.
Perhaps it is connected to the Ultimate Hunt.
Huh?
The Ultimate Hunt is connected to the unprecedented crisis facing the nation. If that's true, how are they connected? What is the Ultimate Hunt anyways?
I do not know.
I do not know what is happening to the nation while I'm here, inside the end wall. That is why I needed to know. I needed to know that the most important people in my life were safe.
This is my selfless
Because I am
devotion.
duty and honor bound to protect every citizen of this nation, except you guys. You guys have to die for me to leave.
My apologies.
That is why I needed to escape.
If so...
So you weighed our lives against the lives of everyone else in the nation. But if those are the options, of course she picked everyone outside. There are just too many. Hey, I don't blame her, but you threatened my life, so as much as I liked you, you gotta get executed. And we just stopped Kirumi from doing that because we selfishly want to live. I don't care about that, dog.
I don't like
If you want to kill me that badly, you're gonna do it thoroughly. What should we do? Did we make a terrible mistake? No. If everyone's outside dies because Kirumi's, not our problem. We're inside. Why? Doesn't that mean we pretty much destroyed the country? Yeah, there's multiple countries.
Wait!
Say, what Monokuma planning to do with the rest of humanity? You know how many people live in this country? Like 100 million, easily.
Always messing around.
No matter how powerful the mastermind is, there's no way that could really...
Bears do not lie.
Bears don't lie, apparently. Yeah, sure.
Hey,
I'm the ruler of this world. Nothing is beyond my power. Huh? Nothing is beyond your power? What kind of arrogant, ridiculous...
100%.
That is 100% a lie. It is impossible that he can bring disaster to a country.
What are you trying to pull?
What's so funny? You guys act like you can't believe it, but you're still all terrified anyway. If you can't believe it, then you're terrified for no reason. Why do humans lie? Why are the humans the only animals that tell lies?
Shut up!
Hey, cut it out. This is serious. How long are you gonna keep talking about Kirumi? Let's talk about Ryoma. It would be a shame to completely neglect him.
Oh, I see.
That's right. We know your motive to kill, but why'd you kill Ryoma specifically? Because he was easy to kill.
Huh?
Easy to kill?
Weird.
Ryoma not that weak. He uses his Kokichi method. Even Goto cannot catch.
I do not agree.
His physical strength was irrelevant when he did not have a reason to live.
Do you agree?
Without that, he became the weakest among us. Huh? What? I took advantage of his weakness and killed him. What do you mean?
That is...
I told him I had an urgent matter to discuss and to meet me in the research lab on the 3rd floor. There I revealed my motive video, and afterwards I told him,
That is correct.
I am responsible for the life of every citizen in this nation, so I must escape this place. Then he responded,
Got it.
So, you got a reason to survive. That's a complete opposite of me. That's good. If you got something to live for, it means your life has value. After he said that, he told me he would clean up the tennis balls lying around.
And then he turned his back toward me. At that moment, my determination solidified. A person like him would have noticed my bloodthirst emanating. He already knew. He forfeited his life right then and there.
What is that? A kendo stick? No.
That is correct.
That is when I decided I must sacrifice his life for my nation and my people.
Then
Ryoma knew he was going to be killed. Dots.
But...
Wait a minute, it's Maki's fault that Ryoma decided he didn't want to live anymore.
What?
What?
Because...
Ryoma only gave up on life after you showed him his motive video. Well, since you didn't watch his motive video, I guess you had no way of knowing.
What are you talking about?
What's your point?
wait.
Wait a minute, you're talking as if Ryoma saw that motive video. Didn't you just say that he only checked the name and didn't watch the video? Huh, did I say that?
Huh?
What are you getting at?
Well, you know.
I probably shouldn't say anything, but someone has to step up and speak for poor Ryoma.
I told you.
Again, what's your point? That he gave up on life because I showed him his motive video? I'll get to that in a second. So why do you think Ryoma wanted to see his motive video? Because he was looking for a reason to live. Isn't that right, Maki?
Why?
How do you know that?
What?
Swap motive videos. Didn't we agree not to show them to each other?
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember. Because once you watch them, you got a motive to kill.
but...
But if it shows someone important to me. I'd like to see that.
Hey.
An idiot who will be in the video?
No.
I don't. That's why I want to see it. Once I know I've got someone important to me, I'll have a reason to live.
Jeez.
If I got a reason to live, then I got a reason to escape here with you guys.
In other words,
that video might just give me a motive to live.
please.
So please.
That's true.
You're right. He was looking for a reason to live.
Well, you know.
Which means you shouldn't have shown him his motive video in the first place. What do you mean? What did his video show? Nothing. His motive was empty.
Huh?
Empty? Oh, that's rough. Oh, we're up next. Let's give it a watch, shall we? That's rough.
All right. Who's the most important person in your life? And now, without further ado, this message is for Ryoma Hoshi, the ultimate tennis pro. Unfortunately, there is no one in the world who is important to you. I'm so sorry. Really, I am. You have my deepest sympathies.
Thanks.
Sorry.
No one was important to him.
Always messing around.
That's what he was shown. If he saw something like that, he had none to care for and none who cared for him. He found no motive to live. Because of that, he chose to let Kirumi claim his life.
I see.
So that's why. He must have just watched that video before I summoned him to meet with me.
It can't be.
He just gave up then.
Damn.
To hell with that damn moron.
But...
It's bad to have no reason to live, but it's also bad to have no reason to have too many reasons to live.
Because...
That's why you did such a terrible thing, right, Kirumi? For too many reasons.
Yes.
You are free to judge me for killing Ryoma. I would bear that burden for being seen as evil for the sake of my nation and its people.
For everyone.
Because that is what it means to serve with selfish devotion. Fine line. That's why I needed to survive. Sacrificing you all meant saving the lives of men, women, children, and the elderly. I wanted to live. Too fucking bad. You should have tried to escape with us then. Monokuma, Gonta have question.
You need something?
What is it?
Hey!
Can Gonta be blackened instead of Kirumi?
Huh?
What?
Gonta.
Gonta not smart boy, but even Gonta understand what everyone is saying. Kirumi should live, not Gonta. World needs her. I was thinking the same thing. You guys are sheep. I don't want to die, but Kurumi's life is way more valuable than mine. No, it's not. Kurumi's got the lives of hundreds of millions of people on her shoulder, right?
Unfortunately.
Logically, Kurumi's survival would result in fewer casualties than our... No, fuck him. Her life's not more important than mine. She killed someone and tried to get us all killed. Off to execution she goes.
Jeez.
Maybe it would have been better if we had gotten the culprit wrong. You guys are all babies. What do you mean?
Oh, man.
If Kirumi survives, then the nation's future will be secure. There are no guarantees with that, by the way. Then what was the point of me doing this? Why did I reveal the truth, and what have I done? Was I wrong? I shouldn't have.
Shuichi!
What kind of face is that, Suichi? If you're my sidekick, then suck it up.
Huh?
What?
Hey!
That goes for all of you. The hell with all the value of life shit. Kaido, you're redeemed. Life's not just something. You can't just trade it or put a price on it. Kaido.
Listen up.
And your life doesn't just belong to you. It's for your parents, your grandparents, your friends, even your neighbors.
I mean...
It's not something you can just decide to throw away on your own.
Don't worry about it.
So, we didn't do the wrong thing. Life's purpose is to be lived. As long as you stay alive, everything's possible. Or anything's possible. You can even go to the stars.
Of course.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I want to live. I haven't even traveled to space yet. There's no way in hell I'm gonna die here.
Jeez.
The idiot's talking again. The idiot makes a valid point while all you sheep are like, oh, maybe we should die for this murderer. No, fuck her. No offense, Kirumi. You were actually like the first person I wanted to max out. But no, absolutely not. But he's right. I mean, you're right too. He is an idiot, but he's right.
So divine.
Yep, he is a too damned idiot. I don't know why, but idiots always fill me with inspiration.
Shut up!
Hey, shut up. I told you to stop calling me an idiot.
But...
Maybe his stupid speech is just what we needed to hear. Kirumi certainly looks shaken by it. Shaken?
Because?
Do you really think someone as desperate to live as Kirumi would give up so easily? Of course not. In fact, she probably still hasn't given up yet, even now. She was hoping that learning the truth would make one of us volunteer to die in her place.
Huh?
What?
But
Monokuma would never allow a Blacken to escape punishment, so maybe she wanted everyone to rebel, so she could use that as a cover to escape on her own. How about Kirumi? How close am I? You are the most detestable cretin I have ever met. You knew exactly what I would attempt, yet allowed me to explain anyways. Huh? What he said was the truth?
You mean?
You try to trick Gonta? Try to trick everyone?
Really?
Seriously? You backstabbing cunt!
Cut
Hey!
it out.
Are we cunting? I didn't know we were cunting here. Is that allowed? Enough! She was just trying to stay alive in her own way. Nobody can blame her for that.
That is correct.
That's right, I must survive. Because I carry the weight of an entire nation on my shoulders. I would not have killed Ryoma if I was so easily deterred. This regret will not be fulfilled until I have brought joy to every citizen of this nation.
You must live.
So no matter what, I cannot die. That is why I killed Ryoma. Even now, I refuse to give up.
Huh?
Kirumi.
I see.
You still refuse to give up. So what do you intend to do?
You must live.
I intend to live. You're telling me to live, but it's you. You're the one that's saying you must live. I must survive, no matter what it takes. If I must debase myself, so be it. I would drink filth and eat Rayon? Carrion? What the hell is that? 1 second. No, what is that? Chronos, it's like over 2 hours videos. I know. Let me Google this word for a second. C-A-R-R-I-O-N. Oh, come on. It's a game. Okay, it's a game. That's fine. Definition, please. I never heard of this word before. Carrion. The decaying flesh of dead animals. Oh. Alright.
I will survive!
Anything to survive! She screamed and started running. You're just gonna die tired. Maybe not scream at the top of your lungs. You want to save some air so you can keep running longer. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was a completely undignified exit.
I have to escape. I won't die here.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd do the same thing. There's no way I'm letting you out of here. Is she transforming? It was ugly and raw and feral. She just ran as fast as she could. In high heels, even. I heard my voice call out. Run!
Damn it!
Run, Kirumi!
Please run!
Run, Forrest, run!
Hurry!
Damn.
Hey,
Like I said, I'm not letting you leave!
please!
I will live. I refuse to die in a hellhole like this.
See, you should take that mentality and stayed non-murderer.
Now then, I've prepared a special punishment for Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid.
For my nation. For my people.
For Sparta!
Give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I will not.
Oh my god. We got so close it turned into manga. You can even barely tell who she is in that picture. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh shit, protesters. When was this game made? Oh, Strand of Agony. Oh, that looks very uncomfortable. Oh, really? Fight the people. Or do that. Oh, maybe get chainmail gun. Oh, shit. This is a bad idea. Yeah, this is a bad idea, Kirumi. You know there's no exit, right? Maybe there is an exit. No, okay. Kirumi. Bye, Kirumi. You are so dead. I called it! My glasses, my glasses. I can't see without my glass. Oh. Oh, that was horrifying. Kaede's was a lot worse, but this was also pretty bad. Dots.
Really?
Why Monodam? Why'd you call him Monoski? Oh, you're puking too. If you need to vomit, let it all out. You will feel much better afterwards. Monosuke, he was no different from Mono Kid. He was getting in the way of us getting along.
It's fine.
We do not need him.
Yeah?
Don't need him.
Let's get along.
We few remaining Monocubs must get along.
We are all friends.
No matter what, we must always get along. Not even Father can stop us from getting along.
I will not forgive.
Not if he knows what is good for him. Huh?
Wonderful.
This academy belongs to us. The age of the Mono Kids, Cubs begins now. How dare you take that rebellious tone with me, young man?
That's
You get that angsty attitude. You're so cute.
They're so
So cute how your little crew has shrunk by one member. Yep, shrunk. You're not getting any larger, you know.
They're so
That's unbearably cute. All this cuteness makes me feel like I'm about to sneeze. Ugly bitch. Who are you calling an ugly bitch?
Stop it!
Doesn't matter. Now's not the time for that. Kirumi.
I don't like that.
I can't take this anymore. Even Kirumi was killed so brutally. Yeah, you don't care. Wah, I don't want to do this anymore. Shut up. Am I gonna end up like that too?
I'll protect you!
I won't let that happen, Himiko. I'll protect you no matter what. I'll protect you no matter what. But I don't want to do this anymore either. Please, let us just stop this killing game. I don't care if we stay trapped here forever.
Come on.
Isn't that what Atua said?
Cause Atua
All
said
desire,
so.
even your desire to escape this place, can corrupt you beyond redemption. Monokuma, it is Monokuma who is corrupt. He is the one who distributed that motor videos.
I see, yes.
Those videos were more dangerous than we thought. To have driven Kirumi that far.
That's true.
What worries me is, as long as we're trapped here, we don't know what's true or false.
Okay.
That must be why Kirumi did not want to show the videos. She thought that if everyone felt the same murderous rage that she did, the killing game would be pure chaos, and she wanted to stop it.
Hey!
If that's the case, then we really shouldn't show our videos to each other.
Of course.
That was our consensus from the beginning, not including you, of course.
However,
we had assumed Kokichi would try to show us our videos too, get under our skin, but that did not come to pass. What, I wonder, were his intentions? I'd never do anything like that. I'm still trying to think about what Kirumi said. What Kirumi said. Everything you just saw is true, though I only remembered it upon watching that video.
That's
What she said earlier is what she said earlier, correct?
Huh?
Huh, what about it? She said that she remembered, and it didn't sound like a lie either.
I see.
Maybe that video has the properties of the flashback light if it made her remember.
What?
The properties of the flashback light.
okay.
Still, how could Kirumi remember something she never should have forgotten? Serving the entire nation seems too important for her to just forget. That's true. Does that mean we have motives to kill that we'll remember by? Does that mean we have motives to kill that we'll remember by watching our videos? Oh, yeah, maybe. If that's the case, maybe it's for the best that we don't watch the videos. As long as we don't see the videos, we won't know our motives.
Okay.
Yeah, now I'm convinced. It's probably for the best. Those motive videos would mess us up. It's better if we just decided to believe in each other.
Yeah.
That's right. It's best that we don't remember our motives for everyone's sake.
Dear.
Hearing you speak of everyone's sake is the least believable lie I've ever heard yet.
That's so mean.
How rude. I've always been doing stuff for everyone's sake.
It's a lie.
I'm sure you won't believe me when I say stuff like that, but I'll just keep lying. Maybe seeing Kurumi's final moments has made me change my views.
Because
She tried to escape until the very end. Running away to live might not be a bad idea.
You're right.
Maybe facing the truth isn't enough.
That's right.
Yeah, true. It's okay to run sometimes. You just gotta win in the end. That's all you gotta do. Dots. And with that, the second class trial ended for us. A theoric victory, and we had still lost a friend. What is the end Kaido spoke of, and how do we reach it? I don't know. I still don't know. Can I save? When we returned to the courtyard, the room was already blanketed in darkness.
For now.
We should rest. To me, that seems the most rational course of action.
You're right.
Yeah, my brain's out of juice from going full throttle all day.
Why you?
Like, you even have a brain to begin with.
I won't forgive you!
Anyway, the killing game is over. I won't allow it to go on.
It'll be okay.
It'll be fine. As long as we listen to it too, we'll all just be fine. Dots.
What's wrong?
What's wrong, Gunta? Why are you staring at the sky? It's just, even when all this bad stuff happens, stars are always so pretty. But stars here are different. Not the same ones Gunta used to. Different? What do you mean? The position of the stars? Yeah, Gunta looking, but no can find star he remembers.
Why?
But why? Were we taking somewhere far away? Far away?
Hey, so...
Hey, let's all head back already. I'm wiped out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah, hold on. I have to tell you guys something.
Huh?
What now? Like I said, I'm wiped out. Now, it won't take that long. You just have to listen to what I have to say.
What is it?
Well then, what is it that you have to say? Everyone seems to be treating me like I'm some kind of compulsive liar.
You get it?
But that's ridiculous. There's a way less liar than me in the group.
Huh?
Liar worse than you. Dots. I'm talking about Maki. What?
What?
What do you mean Maki's a liar? Maki admitted it during the class trial, remember? Ryoma wanted her to show him his moto videos because he was looking for a reason to live. But that wasn't the whole story. Ryoma was blackmailing you, wasn't he, Maki?
Huh?
Blackmailing? Ryoma just happened to discover her Maki's true identity. So he used that to blackmail her. I bet he said something like, if you don't want to show me my moto video, I'll tell everyone what you really are. That's why Maki didn't want us to know she met with Ryoma. She wanted to keep her true identity a secret. That's why she kept quiet until the last minute.
Hold on!
Why you? What's the shit you're making up now? Maki's true identity, what? I've known Maki's true identity the whole time. Dots. Uh-oh. For a moment there, I thought Maki had disappeared. She had moved so fast.
You know, this is an interesting turn of events.
Do it, Maki.
Would you really kill me in front of everyone?
It'll make the next trial really easy.
Hey, Maki, what the hell's going on?
I think she's about to choke a bitch.
Yeah, you can probably snap my neck like a twig right now. But that's not your style. You would rather kill from the shadows. Right, Miss Ultimate Assassin?
That's why she doesn't want us to go in the room. That makes sense. Also, we're probably gonna hang out with her then. Get on a good side. Oh, but I want to hang out with Xenoblade Girl and Kyle. Oh, we'll flip coins. Can I save? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm like really sweaty and tired. Sweeps week. Oh, thank God. Yeah, okay, that is it for this episode. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, press like and below. If you're not subscribed yet, why don't you have my video so I can check out some of the content, see if it's to your liking. Once again, thank you for watching. We all have a great day.